Look, I mean, based on how these things typically go, it is more of the hot candidate versus necessarily somebody who's just the better person, even if they happen to be on a team that wasn't as good this year. Based on that, I could definitely see him not being as interesting to teams around the league. Because there will be new hot shots that are directing whatever team it might be, and if people want to get a piece of that action. So there's always that. There's also a ton of college jobs, and while I don't see Kliff craving to go back to college, if the money's right, which it typically is, and these are really high-profile jobs, I mean, he would certainly be an attractive name, right? I mean, he plays a fun style. Look what he's done with, Mahomes in college. Look what he did with Jane Daniels last year. So I could see that. So I think he would probably have options, but from the NFL perspective, maybe not. And yeah, to your point, it could end up being that, at the end of the day, he ends up staying here in part because the opportunities are just not there the way they were a year ago. But look, this is a guy who's I think he's a pretty smooth talker. I think he's one of those guys that probably wins an interview, right? There's a charm to him, and he's had success. And if you're a realistic person, what's happened with Washington this year, the injuries are a massive factor. So the only question would be if you look at the tape and see defenses have adjusted to what he was doing and he didn't make enough adjustments back, that could give me pause. But the rest of it, if you think he's interesting, the fact that they've been not good this year at this point would not throw me if I thought he was the guy for me in the first place.